What is up? I am back with another recap and review for Ladies Who List Atlanta. This is still season 1, episode 6, and the episode title is Giddy Up, Giddy Up, Giddy Up, Giddy Up. So check it. Today's scent will be Vanilla Balsam by Bath & Body Works. Oh, it smells so good. It smells so good, smells so good. And it has fragrance notes of balsam fir, frosted vanilla, snow-capped pine needles with natural essential oils. So you guys, this week's episode began where the previous episode left off, of course, with Robin and Crystal finally talking about their whole situation. And I'm going to tell you right now, Crystal was just irritating me in this whole conversation. Still being Crystal. I wasn't really understanding, like, I understand how you can be upset that someone put their hands on you, but what I don't understand is how everything is revolving just around your feelings about the situation, or you're making it seem as though you had a better understanding of how the sequence of events went that night, and like Robin's judgment was skewed or whatever, when like there's always multiple sides to a story, usually 3 sides to be exact. So it's like I just don't understand that. And we find out they haven't spoken in a month, first of all. And Crystal, she's just saying how she's hurt too. And Robin, she's not apologetic about it at this point because so much time has passed, 1. And 2, you're saying again that you're my best friend, but it's just not matching up with your actions that night, especially when, you know, it was me and other women and stuff like that. You were not acting like a best friend. And something that was said that really stood out to me that I hadn't thought about is when Crystal, I have it in my notes, Crystal said she didn't know Kiana had an issue with Robin prior to that whole meetup. That's a damn lie, because we saw her, they posted a flashback, of course, and we see her literally, you know, going back and forth with Kiana, and that's when Kiana let her know that, yes, she did have a problem because of the whole $500 or $13,000, you know, whatever contracts thing. So her being your best friend, why in the heck would you not have made her privy to that information before you guys all sat down? Why would you let her go in there blind if that's your best friend? Because my best friend, I'm going to have my best friend's back through and through. And so much so, even more so, I should say, when they're going up against people that may not have their best interests at heart, or that may, you know, have some issues with that person and things might get, you know, kind of, you know, crazy or whatever. I'm going to let them know that, like, hey, you didn't even have to do it in a messy way. All she had to say was, hey, you might want to talk to Kiana offline before we all meet up. You know, she has some things that she disclosed that she might want to get off her chest. I just think it'll be in everyone's best interest if you guys talk prior to. Done. But that didn't happen. That didn't happen at all. And Crystal even goes on to say at one point, like, don't expect me to be perfect in a situation that was unpredictable. But I feel like that's what she's requesting of Robin. It's like she just has this very antagonistic like energy about her, I feel like. And she does things, and it's like, just because she's not confrontational or she's not the loudest one in the room when she's doing these things, it like has this, she gives off this vibe that, you know, like, oh, like she's not doing anything, when it's like she very much is playing a part and stuff, just because she has a softer approach or a softer tone with it. Like, no, screw that. But in the end, they agree that they're good, they're gonna move forward and whatnot, and whatever. I think Robin knows how she's gonna handle her going forward, and, you know, whatever. They make up. Fast forward, Robin checks in with her previous client that we saw, I think, on episode 1. I think it was Amy and Mozzie or something like that. their house is coming along, very cute, very nice, blah, blah, blah. Her mom actually calls when she is meeting with them. It's her mom, her sister, and her niece. They all FaceTime her, and she is like, you know, it's all smiles and everything, but she does also say that they've been steadily rebuilding their relationship for the past 4 years or so, and it's a constant work in progress. I guess maybe just me being naive, I just assumed, since from day one it's always been, you know, she was kicked out when she became a teen mom, and she just had to get it on her own and didn't have, you know, a lot of support, specifically female support from members of her family. So I thought they were just estranged just completely, but I'm always happy to see individuals come together and reconcile if you can. Like, that is a beautiful thing, so good on them. Also, did you guys see that pink BMW outside? When I say that is me, like, as a car, like, that is a car that would be for me. So cute. Each one teach one. That is her motto, and I love that. I love that, because I hate when people, you know, get to a certain pinnacle of their career or life or whatever and are so stingy with information. I'm not saying sell yourself short by any means, but I don't know. I just don't like when people like are so like weird about stuff. She also said she was a homeowner by 21, and she took that home and bought another home and another home, and good on her. Good on her. Fast forward again, Tiana sells another home. She be selling these homes, y'all. She be selling these homes. Kudos to you, Tiana. But she's selling a home for the architect that the last home she showed to that ex-football player or whatever. The architect that built that home or designed that home, she's showing a home to his son, to her son. Her son and his wife, they're looking for a new home. So they're out in the country, y'all, and they're at this very woodsy, cabin-esque feeling house. It was very nice. Not exactly my style, but again, I mean, it's not about me, so who cares? It's nice. He says he's sold. Good, good, good. Meanwhile, Kira is showing B. Simone another property, and now they are at a nice townhome. It has a lot of light. It is very, very nice. It's definitely somewhere I would live if I didn't have so much crap, but it's very nice. And I really like the whole courtyard patio situation, rooftop situation. Very, very nice. Thank God she finally says, yes, this is the one, and she's down to sign her name on the dotted line. Thank God. I don't know why she didn't show her this in the beginning, but they probably needed more footage for the show, so I guess that's why. Next, we have Tiffany and Tiana. They're out playing with their kids. Very, very cute. They haven't saw each other in a while, so they're catching up. And they also say how their birthdays are coming up. They're both Libras, so they're like, oh my God, why don't we do like a Libra extravaganza and go out horseback riding with Robin and Kiana, because they're our fellow Libras, not including Kira and Crystal, because they're not Libras. I wonder how well that's going to go over, but okay. But they decide to do that, and that's just what we going to do. Next up, we had Robin and Crystal. They meet up over, you know, drinks or whatever, and because they're good. Remember, guys, they're good. They're good now. So whatever. Of course, Crystal, because that's been her storyline. Her minor storyline here has been about the whole polyamorous relationship or whatever. She tells Robin what's up. Robin's like, I just don't really think that's the best thing for you right now, or you know, I don't think. No thanks. And Crystal, I also agree. Like I said last week, I'm pretty sure, like, if you have to continue to go around and ask people their 2 cents about stuff and like pitch it to different people and whatnot, then clearly you don't organically want to just naturally do this. It doesn't seem like this is like, she seems like she is the monogamous type. So it's like, at this point, it seems as though you're settling for a piece of somebody when you know dang well that you want the whole thing, even though you say that women can are more equipped to deal with multiple partners more so than men. I just don't think that that's you. So stop trying to force it at this point, because you're just gonna wind up hurting yourself in the end. But whatever. She asks Robin, of course, if she will join her, and I don't really think Robin says, not really my thing at first. I don't like to, you know, I don't want them to know when I go in a situation that, you know, I'm looking for the D. But in the end, she actually asked her again, and I don't think she actually gave her a firm yes or no in the end. So who knows? Maybe they gonna step out and go to a poly party, y'all. I don't know. I don't know. But Robin also asks about Tiffany. She asked Crystal about Tiffany, what are her feelings towards her or whatever. And Crystal, just her whole thing was like, oh, I don't know her or whatever. Like, I don't even know her. But her whole demeanor changed. Let me know if you guys peeped that. I peeped that her whole demeanor changed. She seems obviously bothered that Robin and Tiffany have this new budding friendship, and which I don't really understand, because she has a newfound friendship with Kira, and Robin and Kira, I mean, they're cool, but are they really? So I think she just wants to think that she knows best for Robin in all aspects of her life, and I'm like, yeah, no. I don't think so. I don't think. How can you know better for me than me? Because she even says something about, like, I know Robin, like, what goes on with her, and, like, I know her, like, her background, and, like, I know, like, actually her. And I'm just like, honestly, you probably only know what she tells you. No one actually completely ever knows what's up with somebody else, honestly, especially in y'all's dynamic. So keep telling yourself that, shawty. Whatever. And she even says, like, in my experience, she's never been friendly. But I'm like, okay, at the same time, you just said that you don't really know her. So it's just like, but you know her enough to have this connotation about her. And it's just like, okay, whatever. We get to the horseback riding, and I thought that it was going to be, because I've been horseback riding, and we even went, like, you know, a little bit in the ocean. We were on the mountains, everything. I thought this was, like, really going to be an event. They did, like, it was like some, like, you know, what you take your kids down to at, like, the local carnival or whatever, like when they just go around and the person's holding the thing and they're just escorting them around and, you know, just trotting along. Like, it was not, come on y'all, that is not what it was supposed to be. But whatever. Oh my god, Kiana looks so, oh my gosh, like, she's just so beautiful. She's just so beautiful. I love seeing her on the screen. Too bad that's, you know, coming to a close, supposedly. She's not coming back. Still haven't watched that video, but yeah, I wish she would. You know, I haven't written her off completely. I honestly haven't written any of them off, even though Crystal pisses me off and, you know, whatever, Kara's pissed me off a couple times. Like, I haven't written any of them off permanently, so much so that I'm just like, I don't want to see them on my screen again. So, Kiana, if you're seeing this, please come back. Thanks. Robin, after everyone rides around and, you know, whatever, does their lap, Robin says she spoke to Crystal. She's saying this kind of directed at Tiffany, but the other girls are kind of right there too. I think Kiana might be right there, and then Tiana actually comes around too. And she's like, yeah, you know, we spoke, whatever. She's like, oh, how's that? She's like, yeah, we're good. You know, everything's good, but how are you guys? And she's like, what do you mean? She's like, well, you know, Crystal feels like you don't like her, or like there's something or whatever. So I think you guys should, you know, meet up. I think you guys should talk or whatever. And Tiffany's just kind of like, listen, dog, I got like 99 other problems and Crystal is just not one. Sorry. Like, I got, you know, my kids with this, I got business with this, and she just, and I understand what she's saying. Like, sometimes I feel like just in life in general, not even from a kid or mother's standpoint, but you just reach a level where it's just like, you just don't got time for the BS or to go out of your way. I'm all about organic friendships and relationships. Like, I don't like anything to seem forced, or if it just requires too much energy to keep the momentum going, then I just don't need it at this point in my life. I'm sorry. And I feel like that's where Tiffany was coming from as well. And she's just like, I'm not even looking to receive any friendship applications applications at this point, honestly. It's just not my priority. And Robin definitely understands that too. She understands where she's coming from. And everything is well understood for the most part until Robin verbalizes, like, you know, maybe, yeah, Crystal probably just doesn't understand that or whatever. Like, she's not a, if you're not a mother, like, you just don't understand those things or whatever. And I 100% understood where she was coming from, because there's just certain things naturally I will not understand because I'm not a mother yet. There's also things that I will understand, and I'm not a mother. So I understand that can apply to certain situations. Yes, I will agree to that. And in this situation, I think that it was befitting. Crystal won't understand probably if that is where Tiffany is coming from. If that is where she's deriving, if that is where these feelings are generated from, then yes, by all means, I don't think Crystal will be able to relate. However, when, I can't even think of another example right now, but some people say that sometimes, and it's just like, no, like, I definitely, even though I don't have kids, like, I think I could still have a valid opinion about certain stuff. Totally right on. Kiana, I'm sorry, but I really feel like you were just a little a lot, like, something was misdirected here. Like, she was not speaking to you. She's speaking about Crystal. I understand how that may have felt very, like, harsh to you, and just that didn't sit well with you, because given what we saw in last week's episode, I completely understand that. But you have to also understand that she wasn't speaking to you or about you. And I don't think she would ever directly try to say anything, especially if she knows what you were going through. I don't think she would ever try to say anything that would purposely try to hurt you in that way. So I think next time, just, like, scale back and look at it from a different perspective, and try not to just let your emotions rush to the forefront, because then you make yourself kind of look a little bad. Just my opinion. Just my opinion. And I think Kiana also says in my notes right here, she says, kids don't change a value of a person. And I'm just like, I don't think she was talking about the value of a person. Like, I don't think that was the argument, as much as it was like, I'd be so busy worrying about all these things that my kids got going on and XYZ, I don't have time for less significant things. That's what she was saying. I don't think she was speaking any more than that. But we shall see how this scene continues to unravel next week, y'all. That was it for this episode. I hope you enjoyed my recap and review for this week's episode of Ladies Who List Atlanta. Let me know what you think in the comments, and I will see you guys on the next one. Bye!